From the station that's in your neighborhood, local voices, local stories. You're watching NBC 26 News.
Good afternoon, and thanks for joining us after the Olympics. For your news at 4, I'm Nina Sperano. We're here today at the Aaron's Nordic Center in Brillion as the excitement surrounding the Winter Olympics continues. We have plenty to cover today, from Lake Winnebago to the Fox Valley and beyond. But first, while Olympians compete across the world, athletes from across the country are competing right here in Brillion. The U.S. Biathlon Masters National Championships are underway here at the Aaron's Nordic Center. For 3 days, athletes of all levels are racing for the national titles on the same course used to train Olympians, and it's right here in Northeast Wisconsin. The coaches say it's not just about winning, it's about the experience.
So we're having a competition this weekend for Masters, not the youth. This is for all adults. There's 3 days of racing. It's more of a festival atmosphere.
Athletes have traveled from across the country to be here, competing in a sport that tests both endurance and precision.
I like it because it's a good mental, physical challenge. Like you're not just going out there and going as fast as you can the entire time like you would on just a skiing race. There's a lot of strategy.
Races continue through Sunday with national champions crowned in each age group, and it's all happening right here in Brillion. And it was a special morning here at the Nordic Center as one of their own hit the course in Cortina. Appleton native Paul Schomer, who trains right here in Brillion, took 47th out of 90 competitors in the men's 10K sprint and the Olympic Biathlon. We were there as his hometown fans cheered him on.
I'm your Lakeshore neighborhood reporter, Abby Hamachek at Aaron's Nordic Center in Brillion. And although the Olympics are in Italy, the biathlon excitement is felt right here.
Inside, the coffee is hot, the screens are on, and all eyes are locked on the biathlon. This isn't just any watch party. Fans are here cheering for one of their own. Appleton native Paul Schomer.
Yeah, even if they weren't here at the watch party because they wanted to sleep in, I know they knew what time Paul Schomer was starting today.
Schomer finished 47th out of 90 in the men's 10K sprint. And for the people who train and race here, that result means more than just a number.
And that's a big deal for us. We're all cheering him on.
John Farah knows the Olympic feeling himself. He competed as a cross-country skier in the 1992 Olympic Games, and now works with the U.S. Biathlon team. He says events like this are how the up-and-coming sport continues to grow.
If people don't see it during the Olympics, they often don't see it. But at the Olympics, people see biathlon and they go, what the heck is this?
Athletes from all over the country are here this weekend, including some from Montana, who say watching the Olympics brings out the same emotions they feel on the course.
Fun, kind of like a roller coaster at a carnival or something like that.
After watching this morning, they're here to compete this weekend and say the Wisconsin weather is perfect for the sport they love.
And we don't have a lot of snow there, and this was one of the highlights of our season, was to come out and race someplace where we could find other people to race against with a good area to ski in.
The watch parties will continue throughout the weekend with another local competing tomorrow. Pulaski native Deidre Irwin competes in her third race of the games Saturday at 6:45. In Brillion, Abby Hamachek, NBC 26.
All this excitement around biathlon, but how does the sport actually work, and what does it take to compete in it? Well, here's a closer look at what the general manager here at Aaron's Nordic Center calls the most difficult event in the Winter Games.
Biathlon is already in full swing in the Winter Olympics. I'm sports reporter John Miller alongside Sean Becker from the Aaron's Nordic Center. Sean, in order to get started in the sport, what do you really need to do?
Man, if you can walk, you can ski.
If you can walk, you can ski. Let's get after it.
You don't even have to use the poles right away. You can just go left, right. Biathlon kind of started in the Scandinavia countries as military patrol, where the border patrol were on Nordic skis, and I think in a way to try to make it a little more exciting, they would shoot at targets that were 200 meters away with long rifles and ski with the rifles, and eventually it turned into a sport.
Biathlon is a sport that combines cross-country skiing and rifle shooting. Depending on the distance of the race, competitors ski a lap and then shoot at a target that is 50 meters away.
You're shooting a 22 long rifle, low velocity. The rifles are specific weight. They can't be too light. They shouldn't be too heavy.
It's kind of like NASCAR for rifles.
It kind of is.
The biathletes shoot in both the prone position and a standing position. Each time you shoot, you try to hit all 5 targets, and if you miss even one, there's a penalty that you have to ski an extra 150 meters or get a minute tacked onto your total time, depending on the race.
When you start adding that up over the course of 20 separate shots that you can take, you can end up skiing a lot more distance than everybody else in the race if you're not hitting your targets.
It's complex and challenging. In fact, Becker believes biathlon could very well be the most difficult sport.
Cross-country skiing as a whole is a great cardiovascular sport, and it's very demanding on the body. You watch the athletes that are winning, medals. They're just superhuman.
They have to be in remarkable shape. Becker says shooting takes a lot of breath work, so the athletes have to be able to control their breathing and their heart rate.
They say that the good athletes shoot between breaths and the great athletes shoot between heartbeats. You do have to control your heart rate as best you can when you come into the range.
And Brillion is one of the best training grounds in the entire nation, home to Olympian Paul Schomer of Appleton, and Pulaski native Deidre Irwin has also trained there.
At the Nordic Center here, that means a lot to us, but it also means a lot to the youth athletes that come here to train.
So if you want to learn how to do biathlon and get like Paul Schomer, the Aarons Nordic Center has their training.
Take a shot every other Wednesday night.
For Sean Becker, I'm John Miller, NBC 26 Sports.
Now, whether you're planning to try some winter sports for yourself this weekend or if you're headed out to an Olympic watch party, you're probably wondering what the weather's going to be like. Well, here's Cameron now with what to expect.
Hey, Nina, it feels like spring right now here in Northeast Wisconsin. Take a look at the high temperatures that we have seen so far today. Mid to upper 40s, and yes, even some 50s, and a record high, the old record high, 45, set 3 years ago. Well, it was broken by 1 degree. It's now up to 46. You can see lots of 40s and 50s covering much of the Badger State this evening. But of course, we've got sturgeon spearing right around the corner. In Oshkosh, it is 48 degrees. You can see that we have some melting going on out on the ice. Tomorrow, look for a mixture of clouds and maybe some fog during the morning. Temperatures getting up into the lower 40s by the afternoon. And then on Sunday, sun and clouds and then lots of sunshine with temperatures in the 40s to around 50 degrees.